So if you're interested in the Sight Shift coaching, whether it's with me or a certified coach, I'm making this video as a way to help you make a good decision. It's also going to help me be more effective with my time, because I've reached a point where it just doesn't make sense to necessarily meet everyone for coffee that is interested. So at sightshift.com/coaching/coaching, you'll see a lot more about what we do, how the program works, what the outcomes are. So it's 12 skills. You're actually going to leave the program with 14 solutions. And what are the outcomes for each of those skills? But the overall picture, that's really what I want to give you here. Sight Shift, first and foremost, it's a way of training you to be secure in who you are as a leader. A negative way of stating my goal with Sight Shift is that I want to so define insecure leadership that manipulative, dangerous leaders can't get away with it, but healthy leaders that have an important mission, or I should say leaders on a path towards health, that are passionate about their mission, they won't let their insecure leadership ruin their mission or hurt the building of their community. So what I'm trying to do with Sight Shift is really define a very clear pathway on what it means for you as a leader to overflow who you are into your mission and build your community, that your insecurities do not ruin the very important mission that you have in the community that you're building. So when people come to me, it's like, one of two problems I'm going to help them best with. And I want to say before I dive into these problems, the people that Sight Shift helps the most are the people that have the most going on. Because you can have a little bit going on and you're going to get a little bit out of it. You can have a lot going on, you're going to get a lot out of it. Because the pressure and stress of life, the burdens it creates, it surfaces more opportunities to recognize where you're getting in your own way. So if you've got a little bit going on, man, you're going to see things different. It's going to be powerful. If you've got a lot going on, it's going to be multiple layers and different ways of saying things. But the two spaces that Sight Shift coaching seems to effectively serve the most, these are the patterns that I've noticed. One is they're trying to maximize success. Now, they may be trying to maximize success from an ambitious standpoint. They've achieved a lot, they've gotten a lot, and they want to make sure they make the most of that. It could be a way of maximizing success that they've been very successful and they want to make sure that they don't lose who they are in that success. And so the way that we articulate this in Sight Shift is you're coming in the turn and you need to downshift. That's how you actually accelerate. For the second group of people, there's a place that they've hit a hill. They may not even consciously acknowledge it as a hill, but they've hit a hill, and it's one of three hills. The first hill would be they are trying to focus who they are into what they do. What got you here won't get you there. So they've achieved up to this point, and they want to really take their strengths, their abilities, their wiring, their personality, their experiences, and harness it into a more focused expression of mission. If they're on a hill, it might be also not only that they want to focus more, they've got a big decision they need to make. Do they exit? Do they sell? Do they stay on two pathways? Do they commit to a pathway? And all of this is so important, right? And they got to get past their own BS to figure these truths out. Or the third, there's some kind of relational issue. Now, it could be a significant other, but oftentimes in the business setting, it's a co-founder issue. And so sometimes, we'll work with founders and owners to get to a certain point before we even dive deep into the coaching. So, people come for these reasons and they're eager to get it cranked out and done. But what we've got to do is lay a groundwork before we even get to these solutions, because they've got to learn who they are. So what we do is a deep dive on that. And you can think about each of the 12 outcomes in the Sight Shift coaching as figuring out who they're not first, then figuring out who they are, so they can unblock the expression of their mission, figure out the deep relationship issue with the founder, or make the right decision that's an overflow of who they are, or maximize their success. And, it's so powerful. It happens all the time. People get through the process and they go, yeah, I see why you had to lay the groundwork to get to this point. So we've done this with lots of people, and it's a tested, tried, and true process. It's so powerful, so exciting. So I hope you work with one of the certified coaches. If it happens to be me you're working with, I don't coach as many as we're building up certified. Either way, it's the content and your effort into the content to wrestle with the exercises that the change happens. So you can learn more about that on the coaching page, but at least I wanted to articulate this as a way of helping you understand what it's about and what's going on. Thanks for being here. Peace.